Come with me, friend. Let's step away from the noise of the world for a while. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a vast, shimmering lake, the kind of place that seems to hold time in its gentle ripples. It's early morning, just before the sun fully claims the sky, and the air carries a cool, crisp edge that brushes against your cheeks like a soft whisper. The water stretches endlessly before you, its surface a mirror of pale silver and faint gold, catching the first hesitant rays of dawn. Each tiny wave laps at the pebbled shore with a rhythmic hush, a sound so steady it feels like the earth itself is breathing. Feel the ground beneath your boots, a mix of smooth stones and damp earth, cool and grounding as it presses against your soles. There's a faint mist hovering over the lake, curling like a quiet secret, softening the distant tree line into a hazy dream. Listen closely. There's the delicate rustle of leaves stirring in the nearby pines, a sound so subtle it's almost a sigh, mingling with the occasional chirp of a waking bird, its call echoing across the still water. The breeze, ever so gentle, grazes your skin, carrying the clean, earthy scent of moss and wet wood, wrapping you in a moment that feels untouched by the rush of life. As the light shifts, a single ray pierces the mist, casting a warm glow on your hands, and you notice how the shadows of the reeds sway lazily at the water's edge. Their faint swish a lullaby against the shore. And yet, somewhere in this stillness, there's a whisper, a flicker of something familiar, a voice or a memory just out of reach, lingering at the edges of your mind, tugging softly at your heart. It's as if the lake itself is holding something for you, waiting for the right moment to reveal it. I know you've been carrying so much, my friend. Life has a way of piling up, doesn't it? The weight of deadlines, the endless demands of work, the quiet worries about family, those late nights wondering if you're doing enough, if you're enough. I see it in the way your shoulders tense, the way your mind races even when you try to rest. Maybe you've caught yourself staring out a window, longing for a moment of peace, remembering a time when the world felt simpler, quieter. Perhaps it's the memory of a morning like this, standing by a lake with nothing but the sound of water and the feel of a fishing rod in your hands, the day stretching out with no urgency, no pressure. Or maybe it's the ache of a conversation left unfinished, a laugh you haven't heard in too long, a connection that time and distance have blurred. There's a heaviness in those unspoken regrets, in the way you push through each day, giving everything to everyone else until there's little left for yourself. I feel that exhaustion with you, the longing for stillness amid the turbulence, the yearning to just stop. And yet, in this quiet by the lake, that faint whisper grows a little clearer, a voice or a presence hovering just beyond the mist, calling to you with a warmth you almost recognize, a promise of something softer waiting to unfold. And then, through the gentle hum of the morning, you hear it, footsteps on the pebbles, slow and familiar, the kind that don't rush or startle. A voice, low and warm, cuts through the stillness like a comforting hand on your shoulder. Hey, old friend, been a while, hasn't it? It's Michael, your fishing buddy from those long ago lake days, stepping out of the mist as if he's always been here, waiting. His voice is a soft rumble, like the distant roll of thunder on a calm night, and you can almost hear the smile in it as he settles beside you. The air shifts with his presence, carrying the faint scent of old leather and pine, the kind of smell that clings to a well-worn jacket after years of early mornings by the water. You hear the quiet clink of a tackle box as he sets it down, the sound sharp yet soothing against the backdrop of lapping waves, and the rustle of his boots as he shifts to sit on a nearby log, the wood creaking softly under his weight. He starts to speak, his words slow and deliberate, pulling you into memories you'd almost forgotten. Remember that summer we spent every weekend out here? The way the lake looked just before a storm, all dark and brooding, but we'd stay anyway, casting lines like we had all the time in the world. I can still feel the rough grip of that old rod, the way it fit in my hand, and the cool spray of water when we'd reel in a catch, laughing like fools. His voice dips lower, painting another scene. Or that quiet evening, the one where the sun hung low and painted everything orange, and we just sat, not saying much, watching the dragonflies skim the surface. The air was warm then, heavy with the smell of wildflowers, and I swear I can still hear the faint buzz of their wings if I close my eyes. And then, softer still, he brings up another moment. And that day we got caught in the rain, didn't even bother running for cover, just stood there soaking wet, grinning at each other while the drops drummed on the lake like 1,000 tiny heartbeats. The chill of it on our skin, the way it made everything sharper, cleaner, I've never forgotten that. With each memory, that lingering whisper in your mind grows clearer, and you sense he's leading you towards something, a moment or a truth tied to those days when the world felt lighter, when stillness wasn't just a dream, but a reality you lived. Michael's voice softens even more now, wrapping around you like a blanket as he leans closer, the faint warmth of his presence cutting through the cool morning air. I know life been heavy, man. I see how hard you've been pushing, how much you carry for everyone else. But you don't have to hold it all alone. Let this lake, this moment, take some of that weight off your shoulders. It's okay to rest here, to just be. His words ease into a steady rhythm, each one a gentle nudge toward peace. You've got more strength in you than you realize, and it's not about grinding through every day without a break. It's about knowing when to step back, to breathe, to remember who you are beneath all the noise. You're still that guy who could sit by the water for hours, patient and steady, waiting for the right moment, not just with a fishing line, but with life. And then, as if he's been holding it until now, he unveils that whisper, that memory that's been hovering at the edge of your awareness. You know, I keep thinking about that one day out here, the one where you told me about your dreams, not the big, loud ones, but the quiet ones. How you wanted a life that felt full, not just busy. We were skipping stones across the water, and every ripple seemed to carry a piece of that hope. I can still hear the plink of each stone, see the circles spreading out, endless and calm. You had such clarity then, such peace, even if you didn't know it. That's still in you, waiting for you to find it again. His words settle over you, and with them comes a release, a lightness as the turbulence in your heart begins to still, mirroring the lake before you. He goes on, his voice a steady anchor, weaving wisdom into the quiet. Life's like this lake, you know. Sometimes it's stormy, churning up everything in its path, and sometimes it's so still you can see right to the bottom. But even in the roughest waves, there's a depth beneath, a calm that doesn't go away. You're in the middle of the storm right now, but it's not forever. Time has a way of smoothing things out, just like these pebbles under our feet, worn down by years of gentle tides. And you're tougher than any stone, but you don't have to be hard all the time. Let yourself soften. Let yourself feel this peace. Growth isn't always about pushing forward. Sometimes it's about sitting still, letting the world turn while you just exist. His words linger, tying back to the morning mist, the faint rustle of leaves, the cool touch of the breeze on your skin, grounding you in this moment of calm, this refuge from the chaos. You're not diminished by the weight you carry, you're shaped by it, made deeper, like this lake carved out by years of quiet persistence. Hold on to that. Let it lift you. As the sun climbs higher, casting a golden sheen across the water, Michael's voice begins to fade, slow and tender, like the last notes of a lullaby. I'm gonna let you sit with this for a while, friend. Take your time here by the lake. Let the water's song wash over you. Feel the warmth of the light on your face, the steady rhythm of the waves, the whisper of the wind through the trees carrying away what no longer serves you. We've walked through a lot together today, haven't we? From the weight of the world to the stillness of this shore, from the ache of what's been missing to the memory of what's always been yours. I'll be around, just a thought away, whenever you need to come back to this place. His presence softens, blending with the gentle lapping of the water, the distant call of a loon echoing over the lake, the faint scent of pine lingering in the air. Before I go, tell me of a moment that lingers in your heart, something from your own quiet days. Share it below if you feel like it. I'd love to hear. And with that, his voice drifts into silence, leaving you with the lake, the light, and a peace that feels like it could last forever. Goodbye for now, my friend. Rest well.